Hey YouTube. Thought I'd send another video in case I couldn't do anything before on Christmas or New Year's and whatnot. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I just never seem to have a really good moment until now. As you can see, I'm somewhere else. Boyfriend's house. He's doing alright. He's out for the moment, and hopefully we'll be back soon. I know he won't. I mean, soon that is. I'm wondering what he'll get me for Christmas. Yeah, it's not important. The gifts are not important. It's the people you celebrate with normally, yes. And that's not even a thing. It's just, I did get him a good gift. Or at least I hope he likes it. I'm not going to say what it is till after, because he sometimes loves to sneakingly watch my videos. Who would have thought, right? If he wanted to know how I am or what I'm thinking, he could just ask me, right? You would think, right? Just updated my phone to, let's see, iOS 18.2. And yeah, because my tablet's getting the same update. I don't know. We'll see what that does. I mean, I'm not all about materialistic things. I mean, sometimes I can be, but it's in my nature. Sometimes people like materialistic things. What can you do? That's just how some things are. But I wish I knew what he was going to get me. Do I hope it's something amazing? After nearly 4 years, because it's going to be 4 years this coming year. Yeah, I do hope it's amazing. I love him. So yeah. Do I want it to go further than this? Yes. Am I hoping it's the one thing I've been hoping for several years? Oh yeah. I mean, we've been through it. By and by, through and through, I've been there. And I know that it's crazy to want a rock of Gibraltar for a ring. But considering what I go through with him and his family and whatnot, I don't think that's a horrible or unjustified or not justifiable request. It's pretty much a good one, because I've never had one before. I mean, you don't include my first engagement. Surprise. Yeah, I'm sure I mentioned it before, but yeah, I was engaged a long time ago. Like I said, it was 9 years ago, and a long time ago. Actually, it was 9 years that we were engaged for, but we didn't stay together. I left. I had to. Would I do that again? I don't know. I don't think I would. I mean, I wish that instead of it being him that I was engaged to, that it was someone I was in love with. I mean, I was in love. He wasn't. And that's what made things horrible. And in this case, we're both recklessly and terribly in love, you know? So there's a huge difference between the two. I know it's stupid of me to want that at this stage in the relationship, but it's not like it's day one or it's not like we're at the beginning. No. Our relationship never got a good full chance because of circumstances. Circumstances were beyond our control, and yeah, he had to leave me for 4 years. And then he came back. which is how I knew it was true love. And it still is. I know it's a dumb thing to want that now, but actually, since we've known each other a lot longer than that, I don't think so. What's stupid is that if he had never did that, we would have been about 8 years now. Oh, yeah. Isn't that crazy? Well, is it wrong that I want to be engaged? I want to do the normal thing for once, and no. Oh, I know, normal is highly overrated. It is. But everything in my life has been so difficult. That's not a complaint, that's a fact. Nothing's been easy for me. Being on SSI isn't exactly the easiest thing to live on. Everyone could say, well, it's money and it's helping you. Yeah, that's what it does. It helps you. But it also hinders you. I suffer a lot of indignities and stigma because of it. I'm seen as a public invalid of the state. The worst part is, it doesn't change. I only went on it because I didn't want anyone to ever have to support me. I did it for my mom, too. I know I don't mention her. I do mention her like this, but that's out of because she said not to. Honestly, if I had my way, and it was where I could say what I want to happen, I'd actually get married. And I'd actually be able to do everything that everyone else can do. But that's not how that works. Everything's about 1,000,000 times harder on me because of that. I mean, am I grateful that I get it? Yes. Am I grateful that it helps with everything? Doesn't come without its own sacrifice, does it? I'm seen as stupid and can't work, can't do this, can't do that. Not allowed to get married. Oh, yeah. That's one of the prices I have to pay. I can never actually get married because if I get married, they're thinking, oh, well, your husband can support you. Now, what does he have to do with that? Just because you get married doesn't mean that changes your circumstances as a person and as an individual. If I had to say something, I would say, listen, just because I decided to be with someone and marry someone, that doesn't mean that they can fully take care of me. If you want to really think about it, no, they can't do that. They can't handle everything. No. Remember, sometimes the circumstances are good. Yeah, you can marry someone and they can take care of you. Woohoo. But in my case, that's not even a little true. I mean, yes, he makes great money. Yes, he loves his job and he's happy. But can he take care of me in a way that SSI does? Not even a little. I mean, this much maybe. Honestly. You want to put into everything that they charge you for. Well, let's go into it. I know it might be a little exaggerated, or it might not even be true, but I'm trying to remember what I heard and what I was told. Each doctor visit can also be $100 a visit, sometimes. And the medicine. Well, let's get into that because I'm diabetic. I have to get test strips. They ain't cheap. They're about sometimes $6 to $7 sometimes. But if you're trying to get your money's worth, they're about $20 to $40. The meter. Sometimes that go for maybe what? Sometimes 100, 200. Yeah. Every little medicine that I have to go on, which includes everything that I have to take. Yeah, that adds up after a while. I can't do all that. And I can't expect him to do all that, not because he wouldn't want to, but because he can't. He can cover that much. And this is not an exaggeration. Yeah, the circumstances to me getting married would be that my husband has to make $0.00. And then I can keep my SSI and my medical coverage. Oh, and let's not forget the eye specialist that I have to see. Oh, yeah. I have an eye condition that I've been dealing with for years called Zelzman's nodular degeneration. You see the little white thing in my eye right there? Yeah, I'm sure you see it a little bit. That thing gets looked at by a specialist. He is about $200 a visit, probably. And he only sees me from this town that I'm in. His practice is somewhere else, but he comes here at least once in a while, and that's when I see him. I couldn't afford him if I wanted to, if I was the one doing it. Oh yeah, I didn't mention about that. I didn't mention my lovely eye condition, but yeah. I've been having this eye condition for years. And it is what it is, really. I don't need the surgery yet. Yeah, the surgery is that they have to scrape my corneas because the nodules are, well, you see that. Yeah. I have to get that eventually done. I don't have to do it now. My doctor said it was all right. He said he'd let me know when I need it. I would have to walk around like this with an eye patch, one eye at a time. And it's going to be horrible. On the upside, this condition can take a long time to come back, if it does come back at all. That's what he said. So, you know. Yes, I know that I went from engagement to this, but you get the point. The whole thing of it all is that everything does not come easy for me. It never has. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I do my best to cope. I mean, I love my video games because they're my sanity. They're my way of escaping from the hell that I live in sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying it's all bad, but it's not always all good either. I mean, I don't fault anyone for that. That's just how life is, I know. So, yeah, I have a lot of games on the Switch, which I accumulated over the years and over the months because of my boyfriend, lovely boyfriend. I try to play a lot of them, but I don't get to everyone. As of late, I was finishing Professor Layton. Took a break from that a little because I started up Rune Factory 4 again. And then I still have Persona 5 Royale. I've been playing that, but I've been mostly on Minecraft, and I'm starting Sunhaven later. So yeah, I do my best, but it is what it is. All I know is that I feel like it's harder on me than most people. I'm not saying that I don't have it easy. A lot of people have it a lot harder than this. But to need help every time you want to do something, to need help every day of your life, that can be hard. I'm not sad, it's just my nose is stuffy, but I'm just saying that easy, okay, it is, but it's terribly hard for me to always need help. Frankly, I'm sick of it, really. I wish that it wasn't that hard for me. I wish that I hadn't been born so early, but it is what it is. Yeah, my original birthday would have been the October the 22nd instead of July 22nd. Yeah, how sad is that? So I came out extremely early. If that hadn't happened, who knows? I probably wouldn't have a learning disability. That's all I'm labeled as, learning disabled, but it is what it is. It takes sometimes a long time for me to pick something up, and then sometimes I can, but in a lot of cases it's harder, like living on your own. I can't do that. I never will be able to do that. I'm not good with bills, not good with money. And I'm not good by myself. I don't want to be by myself. I mean, if I need help, I need help. What can you do, right? I just hate it sometimes because I feel like it would be easier if I didn't need help and I can drive myself or I can do everything myself. I'm not lucky that way, am I? Yeah. Every day of my life, I'm going to always need some type of help, and that it does suck in more ways than some. And I hate it. Honestly, it's the one thing I hate about my life, that I will always need help. I don't want to always need help. I want to be able to do it myself. Honestly, that's just how I feel. I'm always gonna need help. At least a little. I'm not that broken, but I'm not that well put together either. I hate it, right? I really hate it. But at the same time, what can you do? If I had my way, I'd be here and I wouldn't be over there. But I like being over there. Don't get it twisted. I like being where I am too. But I also love being here too. So it's a struggle for me to live two lives in one. And I do. Because all week I live over there. But on the weekend, I live here. Do I like going back and forth? No. Do I wish I could put the two together? Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that I want my boyfriend to move in with me over there, but do I wish he were closer, though I didn't have to be back and forth? Yes. If she lived across the street, I wouldn't be in any pickle. I would be here all the time, every day, and then I could always go home over there too. But that's not how that works, is it? I hope that one day it can work that way. But it's not. I hate it. Deep down, I hope And I pray that we get to that point. That the love of my life, the man that I love, will actually ask me. But I'm not holding my breath. Because nothing has ever been that easy. I may have the prince, but all I get is his riches. And that's not what I want. As I always tell him, I don't want your crown. I want you. I don't want the jewels. I don't want the crown. I never asked for it. All I want is the prince. So I get the finery, but I don't get the man. Does that make sense? No. But is it the way things are sometimes? Yes. All I've ever wanted is my prince. How stupid is that? People say you don't need a man, and I do agree with that. You don't need a man. No. I never needed him, but I'm glad I have him, and I need him to be the way he needs to be. Happy, healthy, and with me. All I know is that I am tired of always being by myself sometimes. All I want is to be with him, and I can't do that and be over there, so, right? Well, anyway, I'm sorry. This is a long, boring video. I prattle on about things. Sorry. I had a lot to say this time in case I just don't get to say it later. I better go. Eventually, he'll be back. Hopefully. Have a safe and happy Christmas and New Year's. Lord knows you guys deserve it. And thank you guys for being here for me. It means a lot. I know that my videos aren't the best, but it's all I can offer. If I could do gaming content, I would, but I don't have the setup. I just don't. Someday I'll have it. Just not right now. Thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a warm New Year, because it's cold. Stay indoors unless you don't have to. I mean, if you don't have to go out, don't. Alright, well, see you around, and I hope that you guys try out some games that are fun. Sunhaven is not bad. Give it a try. I mean, it's on Steam, yes, but partial controller support? No. Go for Switch. It's fully controller support. You might love it. Bye.